Low-key, niggas hating cause they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we don't eat.
She wants it balls deep. She need every inch of this dick to keep. Every time she stuck it and suck it, that's her daily treat. Boots flying off, panties down by her knees. She said, cowboy, fuck me harder till I can't breathe. Bounce on this coat till your knees go weak. Swallow every drop, girl, don't you leak. From your throat to your pussy, then a slide in your cheek. She don't want no halfway, she only wants it balls deep. She wants is my dick swinging like a bull on a string. Riding reverse cowgirl, moaning loud a beat. Clapping like a honky-tonk drum, smacking them cheeks. Bounce on this coat till your knees go weak. Swallow every drop, girl, don't you leak. From your throat to your pussy, then a slide in your cheek. She don't want no halfway, she only wants it balls deep. Shit her till I'm touching her soul. She don't say stop, she just begs go steep. Gagging on this dick while I'm pounding balls deep. Bounce on this coat till your knees go weak. Swallow every drop, girl, don't you leak. From your throat to your pussy, then I slide in your cheek. She don't want no halfway, she only wants it balls, balls deep.
I'm tell you hallelujah. That's about everybody. We miss on the song a lot. This make a man about it. This is called Tell Her Never Do.
If you handle your business right, I'ma promote your ass. You bitch out and try to kite, I'ma come smoke your ass. The shit that I'm giving you, they drawing blood to get. The fix be running through because they love the shit. So don't come with that, no one wouldn't buy it. The shit was food. Niggas try to rob me, nobody was coming through. Snitches, I can't have that. Bitches, I can't have that. Riches, you can have that. Just bring me my cash back. Look, it's all gravy with me, go ahead and shine. That's how you play it with me, you're big time. All I want is the G's with a trunk full of keys. A Benz on 20s, you got something you can lend me. Shit, boys ain't doing nothing for me for free. Can't put no trust in you boys, cause y'all be trying to run G. Cause I don't like dreaming about making no cheese. Wanna see my motherfucking bank account OD. Until then, I'ma be thugging behind the project building, smoking that 5 with the ghetto children, plotting on a way that we can make $1 million. Yeah, I'ma be thugging behind the project building, smoking that 5 with the ghetto children, plotting on a way that we can make $1 million. Hey, now I'm on some shit again. Leave a hater stranded like Gilligan. Hundreds I'm considering, flexing for $1 million. Catch it, hater, I'm killing them. They stop, but I ain't feeling them. My jacket off appearing them. Some will say it's new. to me, but nobody gon' handle me. 400 degrees, toting guns, running with me. No wonder we need more money one could receive. Play, I wanna deal with this Christ. I'ma put it open in his life. Never should I fuck with me right. Why you keep ducking me shy? I'ma knock your head off. Boy, tryna get to your fuck, tryna play it off. You made the beat, pussy so wise, you scared. If you mind your fucking business, then your life would be spared. I can't see it. Pussy try to make me out a bitch, I can't be it. I had this motherfucker crow with hitters like Free Nick. You probably can save yourself, but you can't save your neighbors. When my nine get to spinning around like a baseball player. Put on this potato on the end of my nine. Foolishness I entertain to keep these boys in line. Look, cause I don't like to dream about making no cheese. Cause I don't like to dream about making no cheese. Wanna see my motherfucking bank account OD. Until then I'ma be thugging man a project building. Smoking that Bobby with the ghetto children. Plotting on the way that we can make $1 million. Yeah, I'ma be thugging man a project building. Smoking that Bobby with the ghetto children. Plotting on the way that we can make $1 million. Ask some boy about me. Bet them bitches know me. Man, know your head buster out that wild TC. I'm a young hitter. Look at what you done, hitter. You done made me mad. Now I'm gonna get my gun, hitter. Better watch your tongue, hitter. Cause I'm getting dumb, hitter. Kill one hitter to represent where I'm from, hitter. 3 things you don't ever do. Fuck with a man, exchange or his mama. You do that, you want drama. Fuck with a big timer for sure. You gon' see I'm out to. Which one of you boys want me? I'ma keep it real with you. You say you the man, I know I'm the man, and I'm ready to deal with you. I'm prepared for the toe tagging. Keep my Reebok strapped tight with my key ball sagging. Now I done rocked a couple of keys, and I done flipped that 2 times. I know I'm in a drought, and they gonna pursue mine. I got bills to pay, I can't be playing with you jokers. These youngsters something else, now you bout it, they'll provoke you. You can't understand how a hitter my age can hit the streets like the bustin' with the 12 gauge. But I don't like to dream about making no cheese in the future. Wanna see my fucking pockets OD. Until then I'ma be thugging on the project. Fucking that tired of it, ghetto shit.
Okay, y'all, give me a second. I gotta figure something out. I thought I had a overlay, because of course I can't play the visual of this. We just gonna listen to the Diddy documentary, and I'm gonna have to give y'all some description of what the fuck is going on. I thought I had a straight up overlay, but I guess I do not. Hold on, and to just try to hide it, because I already know they're going to copyright this because of the audio. The visual gonna be down, but the audio, I'm gonna try to work around it by playing the background music. Y'all just gotta let me know if the background music is clashing with the video. All right, this is the most talked about shit going on in the world right now. The Diddy documentary.
Things are happening, and it's like, I want to fight for my life. I want to fight for, justice, not guilty. I want to have a life to be able to live.
Now, this clip here is from September 10th, 2024. This is shortly before he got locked up.
It's really going to be hard for me to take more hits than I take it. God forbid, get in front of a jury and have a chance. And so, I'm having this emergency call because something has to give.
We need the core theme to be, you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong on any front. And you've come to New York to face things head on. If anyone's ever paying any attention to what you actually did,
I don't think it's working. I listened. I've been a superb client, as you said. I jumped on the plane. I'm coming to New York, but I'm just running around waiting for a shoe to drop.
He already knew it was over with. So he's sitting in the hotel room at the Hyatt in New York, and he on the phone. He got the phone propped up. I guess he on FaceTime talking to his lawyer because he's looking at the phone. So I'm pretty sure he's on FaceTime. I can't do anything about that. That's as loud as it goes. The only thing I can do is cut down the background music a little bit, but I can't cut it all the way off simply because. Hold up, I think that may be your device, Truth, because I had just muted myself to see if I could hear the audio over the background music, and I was hearing it. Turn your device up. But just in case, let me damn, where am I at? I'll put this down just a tad bit more. Let's see. Put it on 18. Well, yeah, the Netflix volume is all the way up, so I don't know.
We're losing sight of the big picture, man. It's the middle of September.
It's probably like that because somebody's recording him in the hotel.
Then you have to have a spokesman. You have to have some sort of comms to constantly be pushing that, Mark. Because you may just be the person that just does. You just may watch CNN. You know what I'm saying? And there's 9 billion people in the world, and 7 billion of them is on Instagram and TikTok. And so you at the wrong place looking to see what the people with the possible jurors are thinking. We have to find somebody that'll work with us, whether they from this country or from another country. It could be somebody that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business of media and propaganda.
I've seen the media portray me like I'm a gangster. I've seen the media portray me like I'm a gangster.
Okay, now they switch back to Diddy. Looks like the late 90s, early 2000s. Oh, it's gonna be commercials in here too, cause I don't got I ain't got the Netflix without the commercials. So it's gonna be some commercials in here.
I've seen the media portray me like I'm a gangster. At times I'm a cold individual. I'm just a shrewd businessman, which is just not the case. I'm a dreamer. I love closing my eyes and dreaming. I don't really deal with reality.
You know, I think that you're a great guy, a great role model.
Diddy, Papa Diddy Pop. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're calling yourself these days.
American dream come true. Thank you, America. It's like we have a movie, and you're speaking this language, and you know what I'm saying, we need subtitles. We're not providing the audience with subtitles. And I invited you to this movie, and you in this thing, you don't know what's going on. You just see, you just see the image. And you don't know what's going on. You just see, you just see the images, you know, quickly.
Okay, now they're showing the hotel footage where he was kicking Cassie and all of that. That boy knew this shit was coming. But it's his fault though, because all he had to do was buy the book from Cassie, give her the money that she asked for. None of this shit would have happened. Because her filing that lawsuit opened up the floodgates for all the other lawsuits and his actual criminal trial. And he gave her the money anyway. That's the crazy part about it. You gave her the money a few days later, so why didn't you just do it from the jump?
Now, it has a whole life of its own.
The Department of Homeland Security conducting a raid at a house connected
Breaking news, another woman is accusing Sean Diddy Combs of sexual
trafficking,
assault.
forced labor, kidnapping. The fourth lawsuit in the last few weeks.
The seventh. There are now more than a dozen civil
Conduct that does indeed span 2 decades.
I'm taking 8 nuclear bombs, you know what I'm saying, straight to the head.
And I'm tired of going back and forth with y'all with the lawyers.
That's just not true.
Okay, so no. Let me tell you something. Let me say this. I'm not a referee. So I'm gonna get off the phone right now. Listen to me. I'm gonna get off the phone right now, and I am gonna let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what.
See, that's how you talk when you spending millions of dollars on your defense, on your attorneys. Like, I ain't gonna, hey, I pay y'all to figure this shit out. Don't ask me for no goddamn solutions.
No matter what nobody said, let's just here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
Damn it. Ooh, that's gonna be, hold on. Let me see. I was trying to read y'all what the screen said, but every time I'm on the web browser version of Netflix because you can't screen share from the actual app. And so hold on, I had to take it back a few seconds so I could read this. In 2025, damn it, it went down. I had to read this fast. In 2025, Sean Combs was tried in federal court on charges including RICO, sex trafficking, and violation of the Mann Act. He was convicted on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution under the Mann Act and acquitted of the remaining charges. He was sentenced to 50 months in prison, some with the time served. He's looking out the window of the height. It's the same scene for him talking to his lawyers. In September of 2024, Combs had a videographer follow him while in New York. During this time, Combs was under federal investigation. The filmmakers obtained this footage after Sean Diddy something. Went too fast.
All of us got to go to the maker, and we will be held accountable for the things we did and we didn't do. Sean Combs is an asshole. He is the motherfucker you're not gonna like and you're not gonna get the fuck along with if he doesn't get his way.
That lady there was Kalani Harper. It just said bad boy artist. I don't know who she is. She looked like she could have been one of the girls from Danny Kane, but I don't know.
Down with me, motherfucker. He quickly became my hero.
Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Whatever I want, I have to get.
If y'all had a fucking chance to meet this guy,
yes,
you would be like, this nigga's energy is everything. I gotta get up and go. I gotta get up and do it.
What's next? What's next? I gotta get it. I'm not gonna stay fucking down.
He was presenting this freedom that Black people hadn't had. Like, we hadn't experienced a Black man being.
Well, that means she a Danny Kane member then. Both of them two came from Danny Kane.
Like, I'm on some bullshit. I ain't on no bullshit with you.
So when I first met him, he quickly became the guy I wanted to be like.
When you're a leader in that way, it's admirable until you get to the point where you want to control everyone around you. He got to that point.
What y'all wanna do? Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers?
It's like Scarface, the movie. I want the world and everything that's in it. But you got everything. Hey, yo, New York, we fucking did it! Harlem, we did it, Mount Vernon, we did it!
It was a mantra that Sean had. Nobody's gonna be bigger than me.
Sean is the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. We'll never see a Sean in my lifetime again, ever.
It was like the more money he got, the more power he got, the more power he got, the more money he got. And he always felt like money can get him out of everything.
There's Roger Bonds, his ex-security talking.
The public know from the juror standpoint, just kind of how we.
This is a juror, 169.
it's not everything that the media has put it out to be.
You want to put stuff in my fanny pack, King?
He's creating a narrative always.
Y'all, this nigga just put on 2 pairs of socks. He had on like some rainbow colored ankle socks, and then he put on some church looking socks on top of that. The hell? Sweaty feet ass nigga.
He is the best storyteller in hip hop. He thinks he's Black Superman. I can do what I want.
You can't go on
That's
for long in
Capricorn
life
Clark.
doing the things that he was doing before something eventually happens. You can't continue to keep hurting people and nothing never happens. Just a matter of time.
Is it good to be back in New York? It's always good to be back. Yo.
Once upon a time, people wore pajamas and lived life slouch. Where laws were stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they ought to good.
How you change the kids on here?
There lived a little boy who was misled by another.
Yeah, I'm muting Slick Rick till you start back talking. They ain't saying nothing. They're just showing like Harlem back in the 1989. Yeah, because that's already.
With the invention of Sean Combs, I co-founded Bad Boy with
Kurt
Sean.
Burroughs, his
I
right hand
was
man.
dazzled by his ideas and his unique talent. But he was a very different Sean Combs back then.
Yo, Pop, man. I'm gonna take care of this.
Sean was 19 when he dropped out of Howard University. He wanted to be in the flashy, swaggy music industry. He started off dancing, wanting to be in videos. Wanted to be a pop culture mover and shaker at a time where things were changing. Hip hop was evolving.
Like it or not, rap is here to stay. It has become part of mainstream commerce.
It was just explosive. Run DMC, KRS-One, Public Enemy, Rakim. The late 80s, it was fantastic.
There were a lot of independent labels that gave birth to hip hop in the way that we know it today.
What is this new music?
Like Uptown Records.
Grab a hold of yourself and check this tempo. Remember these rhymes, Heavy D said so, the overweight.
Heavy D was the biggest rapper signed to Uptown.
Excuse me. We got Heavy D in the house with us today. Thanks for coming down.
You can be with the hardest cats in the hood. You can rock Heavy D. You with your grandmother in the car. You ain't got to reach for the radio and turn it off. We called him the official mayor of Money Earning Mount Vernon.
Money earn Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon is in Westchester County, the first city outside of the Bronx.
Heavy D put that area on the map.
Heavy D and the boy.
And his influence reached all the young people in the neighborhood, including the young Sean Combs, who was at Mount St. Michael High School, a Catholic private school. He would knock on Heavy D's door every day to see if Heavy would take him to meet Andre Harrell.
Andre was the champagne of rap, and he took the streets to Wall Street.
The only entrance into hip hop at that point was Andre Harrell and Russell Simmons. Into the corporate hip hop world, into the money.
Sean had impressed Andre enough to give him an internship, and that was the beginning.
I worked with Sean as an intern at Uptown. I'm gonna lay it out for you. When you thought of Uptown Records, you thought of Heavy D, and I'll Be Sure.
was the first #1 artist on the Billboard charts on Uptown and the first platinum artist on the Uptown label.
He was a GQ nigga, you know. He was a real penny loafers type. He was one of them fly light-skinned niggas, and girls loved him. Al was dating Kim Porter. Kim is at the receptionist desk at Uptown. You get out the elevator, first person you see is Kim. And it was a beautiful sight. Everybody said that, you know what I mean? But when Sean saw Kim, it was different. And now Sean's always at the receptionist desk begging Kim for something. A date, a kiss. He put it all on the table for Kim. It was weird in the air because everyone knew this was Al's girl. Al is hot as fish grease right now.
Hi, this is Al B. Shore. Here's my exclusive number. $2 for the first minute, 45 cents for each additional minute.
And Sean was not really like the catch.
He didn't drink alcohol. He forbade marijuana. He did not like drugs. He had the Gumby and he looked like a scholastic dweeb.
But Sean was so determined. Yo, I bet you I could get Kim. And he was like, nah, no way. Your weight ain't even up enough yet. But when Sean wants something, he's gonna get it. It might be a couple of years from now, but sooner or later, he's gonna get it.
Andre Rell, Heavy D, Al B. Shore, they had all the money and all the power, and I was like, I don't know what they did, but that's what I want to do.
I got to Uptown a few months after Sean did, and I saw him being built into cool. We had to go through the Uptown flavor camp.
I learned a lot quickly. Being in front of Willie Burgers on 145th and 8th, or being at the rooftop. The fashion, the walk, the talk, the attitude, the drive, the determination. I was ready to do whatever it took to win.
The young Sean Combs during that time, he was so tenacious. You would ask him to turn Wednesday into Tuesday, he would set about doing it.
First task we had given him was just go get a tape 10 blocks away. He came back in 2 minutes or something crazy. And I remember I was on the phone, and I looked up when he came back. I was like, how'd you get there so fast? And he said, I ran there and back. Right then and there, I said, oh, okay. I should have known then that that was never gonna stop, to run there and run back.
He ingratiated himself to Andre and made himself very valuable. Something that you don't want to do without. Like, who's gonna get my clothes? Who's gonna armor all my tire? This is so convenient. Then they lived together.
I bought the first $1 million house. Funny that weekend, just before I moved in, he had a mysterious fight with his mother, and he said, I can't go home. I gotta stay here with you. Pup moved in before I did.
Andre is taking him under like a son. Andre is the very first patriarch he connected with. Sean grew up with the illusion of what masculinity looks like. My first encounter with Sean, I remember it like yesterday. My family, we rented the first floor of Sean's house. I was my mom and dad's only child. So now Sean has somebody to brother up with. We experienced a lot of firsts together. I taught him how to ride a bike. It was the best thing in my life to let go of the bike and him start riding. We fit so well. Sean was another misfit, just like me. But the difference in my household, my dad taught me right from wrong. No, Sean didn't have that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce my mother, Janice Combs.
She finna be so embarrassing.
What were the primary jobs that you did to support your family?
I did so many jobs at one time. I worked at the United Cerebral Palsy. I worked at the Board of Ed in Westchester County. I drive the school bus. I worked in a baby's boutique shop, and he never knew this. I worked in the after-hour spot too. I had to come clean.
He on stage looking so embarrassed. Hold on, let me put you in there.
Okay. I made more money.
He embarrassed, and they said,
Very
okay.
Glamorous, and I used to pour liquor, and they'd give me big tips.
In Sean's house, there was Janice and there was Sean.
My father's name is Melvin Combs. I didn't get a chance to get to know him. I was too young. My father got his brains blown out like on Central Park West. I did the research. They said my mother had brought me to the funeral on a full-length chinchilla. It was like a sigh of relief, you know what I'm saying? Because I finally knew that what I was feeling was true, you know what I'm saying? That I was the son of a hustler or a gangster.
Melvin's presence was there. His money was there, and I understood that Melvin made a lot of things possible. But Sean's mom was his everything.
If you look at some of the early pictures that Janice has of Sean, she was always making him into something. The hats, fur coats. I think she tried to overcompensate for the father being gone by making him into this dandy.
Everything associated with Sean was Harlem. Whoever was flying Harlem, that's what he was as a child. Janice, she'd always be in Harlem, and there were times where she'd bring us. Here we are in this brand new Cadillac, because that's all Janet drove. She's making stops here and there, and we knew the rule, the drill, just sit there, I'll be right back. She ain't turned the car off, nobody took the car. No. So you knew there was a different vibe going on with this family. In his household, the groove was a little different. A lot of Donna Summer playing. And then we had these movies we'd watch.
It's got to be #1.
This genre of films called black exploitation.
Super Dude.
You had Superfly.
Superfly.
You had The Mac.
When you got
She introduced this man to freak offs. Well, not freak offs, but Diddy parties.
Their parts were hustler parts. In Sean's household, you start to see all the stuff that you saw in the movies. Janice knew how to throw a party. And the parties were packed. You got ladies that look like they're straight out of a Jet magazine. Some brothers up there, if you want to call them pimps, you can. If you want to call them hustlers, you can. You got a member of the New York Knicks, or two. There was a stage in her living room, literally a stage. And that's where we used to have to go and dance. And everybody's calling you baby, and everybody's saying, do that dance. And all of this stuff he's taking in. So from the movie screen to the home screen, these are the makings of Sean Combs. Now, mind you, as a child, Sean was goofy. Kids would pick on him a lot around the block. And he didn't know how to defend himself. Sean was a prince. And Janice, she didn't want no princess. She held back nothing.
You said I would be 12 years old, and sometimes I'd be out until 3, 4 in the morning.
James, we don't have to get into that right now.
Ma'am?
Got a lot of beatings too.
His beatings made me scared. Right? I got beatings now.
Not whoopings, beatings.
But when he got his beatings, it wasn't a choking thing. No. Damn, I hate thinking about that, man.
My mother was, I guess, raising me for the real world. She was always telling me if somebody hit me, make sure I hit them back harder. Make sure they never hit me again. Make sure I fucked them up.
You know how you hear your mom's voice in your ear? Boy, you better. Boy. Sean started fighting. He started stepping up. But Sean don't fight like this. Sean's gonna bite you. He's gonna eat your ear off. He's gonna cut your neck open with his mouth. He's not losing.
I know people are shaped by pain as well as by love. And if there's more pain than love, watch out. It's going to be pain that you're going to give others because you're responding to that pain that you just can't seem to cut out of you.
Janice Combs was contacted for comment regarding allegations she physically harmed Sean Combs. She did not respond to their requests.
I didn't know much about him. I know that he had a big ego. I met him around 89, 90. My job was to promote the music videos. And Puffy, he was always doing the party promotions, so he's always like handing out the flyers.
At the time, I was working with Andre Harrell, but he wasn't paying me enough, so I had to promote parties on the side, which was all good,
Right? Invites you to Daddy's house Thursday,
You were savvy
August
enough to
22nd.
promote parties.
We called it
They were
Daddy's house.
successful parties at that time, but they were all about promoting himself.
One of the brothers that put the party together, my man, Puff's daddy.
Really, it was no problem because all my black brothers and sisters came together. Like my man Dougie Fresh, all the beautiful women out here, we came together just to have a good time.
I went to a party for a good friend. It was getting very late. Puffy is like, oh, you know, I'm having an after party at Andre Harrell's house. Andre Harrell wasn't there, he was out of town. People were tracking mud through the house, and I remember at the end of the night, I was helping clean up the mud. Puffy is like very polite, you know, and thanking me for helping him. And he asked me, oh, wow, I just got this call, you know, this girl backed out of this music video, you know, can you do it? And I was like, I don't do music videos, but this party was in New Jersey and I needed a ride back to Manhattan. So I went along. And I never forget, I had the same clothes on that I had from the night before. The music video was called Straight from the Soul by Finesse and Sinquist. The whole premise was for me to jump out the car and go with these girls and get away from the pimp guy.
Nice clothes in a car doesn't make you a star. You can't talk positive and do the opposite, cause then you're labeled as a hypocrite. You can't be righteous, throw a party to flip. Snipping, snorting, drinking, driving, had your sister strip. You know what that looks like to your people? A big disgrace. Dying sisters don't wanna look you in your face. Wanting to be a pimp brother, your heart ain't that.
Was there ever a time that Sean Combs sexually assaulted you?
Yes. Someone called me up and told me that, he said, you know, he has your video. And I was like, what? And that's when he described it and explained it.
It's a commercial. I forgot that lady name. I should have read her name. It was Joyce something. J something. It was a name. Then the motherfucker say add 1 of 4. So we got a minute. So yeah, he learned how to throw great parties from his mama. And his mama also introduced him to the pimp flicks and shit that were popular back then in the 70s and 80s. Then one of his first music videos, he played a pimp, and the woman that was just talking was getting away from him. I'm tripping up how she said she was in the same clothes from the night before the party. That nigga didn't even take her home to change. Well, we got 20 seconds before the commercial finishes. I don't know what y'all saying because I'm trying to keep an eye on my email because the last time they took the video down, they emailed me and I didn't see it. All right. In November 2023, Joy Dixon Neal sued Combs under the New York State Adult Survivors Act. Her lawsuit, which alleges she was drugged and assaulted by Combs in 91, was one of the first warrants against him. In 91,
this thing was incredibly devastating to my family.
Oh yeah, my bad. Wait, so he assaulted you in 91? Okay, that's what it says. Her loss, damn it. It was in 91 and she filed that motherfucker in 2024. Was around, she was one of the first of more than 100 civil cases. And it's just showing the
I just want to say this.
Going on.
This thing was incredibly devastating to my family. My mother, she's a social worker. We don't have money. The thing that we had was our pride. We carried ourselves.
You look like an American Indian.
We were pretty. We were intelligent. This is the basis of what I had, self-respect. My mother wrote a letter to Combs' parents. I just found this recently. Can I read it?
I don't know what you mean, Javon.
Dear Mr. and Mrs. Combs, I'm writing you to inform you of something that your son did to my daughter. One weekend while visiting my daughter, I awoke to her screaming in the middle of the night. She told me that she was dreaming about Puffy. I asked her why she was screaming and who is this Puffy person that he would cause her to have nightmares. I was shocked and mortified to hear her story. She told me that several people have come to her to inform her that your son has made an obscene videotape of her. Without her knowledge, he videotaped him doing something sexual to her. Apparently, your son shows these tapes at parties on large screen televisions. I realize that this may be hard for you to believe, but if I hadn't heard this story from my daughter's own mouth and looked into her eyes, I would have scarcely believed that any individual would compromise another person's dignity in this manner.
So was she drugged?
I approached a lot of people for help.
I'm assuming she had to be drugged or drunk because she act like she don't
What
remember.
to do about it? To, if I help you, I can't get into his parties.
Puff Daddy's house. What's up? What's up? And revolutionized the hip hop club scene.
Why would you want to do that? Drug and rape the girl, tape it, and then put it up on the screen. Here's my theory. Alpo Martinez, drug lord, famous Harlem street tough guy, hung out at the rooftop.
Once again, I'd like to welcome you and yours to the rooftop.
Alpo had a lot of girls, and he would tape girls that he was having sex with. And then on a Saturday night, he might bring his camera and put it on the wall.
And everyone knows that's so-and-so's girl. What Sean saw was, I want to be looked upon in that way, as someone that has that type of stature. All his life, he's been trying to honor a man he believed it was a famous Harlem gangster, and that gave his father a mythic presence. People like Alpo, he looked at those guys with a certain amount of jealousy or envy, a certain amount of respect, and there's a certain amount of desire. That thing was in him from there.
Did you ever confront Sean about it?
I did. I avoided him for a very long time. I ran into him one day. He came to me. He got on his knees and swore he did not do this thing to me and denied it. And that is the very last time I talked to him.
We fucking did it. Let's go. The key to the city. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When I think back in terms of his rise, it is the most helpless feeling. I was always nauseous when I saw his image. The one image in Times Square where he's holding his fist up, when I saw it, I vomited right there on the street. You are really raising your hand in victory, and I'm living in trauma and defeat.
Okay, let's see. As
Trauma and defeat.
of airing, the civil case by Joy Dickerson remains pending. In court filings, Combs denies ever being alone or engaging in sexual misconduct. He vehemently denies allegations and said they're salacious.
Some new legal trouble for Sean Diddy Combs. Another new lawsuit.
Of sexual assault, sex trafficking, and drugging underage girls.
Federal prosecutors in New York have interviewed numerous women who allege wrongdoing.
This is at least the 10th civil lawsuit filed against Sean Diddy Combs alleged sex trafficking.
Let's take the blood, man. What the fuck else y'all want? Oh, it's a bunch of silly shit.
Just silly bullshit, noise.
No sense.
Noise. But it's like the legal system is doing it now. Because like legally,
we got it.
It's like I gotta spend money to go and get rid of this bullshit.
Oh yeah, they ain't got nothing left. Got nothing left going on.
They ain't breaking me though.
How are you, boss? If you don't mind, one picture, please. I'm not good with the camera, so I'm gonna try.
Yeah. Y'all can hop in as a group.
Sean was destined to be famous.
Okay.
I didn't see infamy coming. I swear I didn't see that coming.
I'm 19 and I always like seeing people entertain. And I thought, over the holidays, just wanted to throw a celebrity basketball game in Harlem.
I was at the game. I was on the floor. All of us was there. Every rapper in New York, right? Yo MTV Raps came.
I'm at City College in the heart of New York City for the Puff Daddy Heavy D first all-time celebrity all-star classic.
That was one of the biggest basketball games. If that would have turned out correctly, it would have went down in history.
There were lines and lines around campus to get in. There's no more room, but everyone still wants to come.
We open up the doors, everybody starts flowing through, but then thousands more come. There was this thing in hip hop called bum rushing the door. people don't have a ticket when they hear something sold out. They say, fuck it, we gotta still get in, we're gonna bum rush the door. When they got to the bottom of the stairs, the doors didn't go out that way, they only came in. So people were stuck. They were just crushing people down at the bottom of the stairs.
We on the court, warming up to play, and then Dougie Fresh grabbed the mic and said, there's people that are dead.
Sean over-promoted, overhyped, and that led to a crowd.
It was just like, oh shit, how did this happen so quick? How are people gonna explain it?
We need a lot of help here. There's a lot of people hurt and aren't breathing. Not breathing? Yes, we have an emergency over here.
Hold on, I'm gonna skip it back so y'all can see him walking around in the aftermath. They show a picture of him. Hold on, take it back 20 seconds.
It was just like, oh shit, how did this happen so quick? How are people gonna explain it?
We need a lot of help here. There's a lot of people hurt and aren't breathing. Not breathing? Yes, we have an emergency over here. We got a lot of people here dead in the gymnasium, please. They're dead.
The death toll from last week's stampede at a New York charity basketball game has risen to 9.
It was getting trampled. All for money. $12, man.
What do you mean $12?
Cost $12 for a ticket.
One of the unanswered questions remains who's to blame for the stampede that killed 9 people.
The people that stampeded that motherfucker to blame.
The newspaper headlines, throughout the confusion, the finger pointing, who was responsible. Sean Young, in real time, carried the weight of all of that.
My dream for this evening was to bring a positive program to my people, to people of my age, and to people in my community. Whatever must be done to ensure that this never, ever, ever happens again.
It was the biggest news ever. That's how he got super famous, was that game and those deaths. That's the beginning of Puff Daddy.
That's really how I started to become famous. It was through a tragedy.
Milano, rich dark chocolate hidden between delicate cookies. Wow, these are fancy.
What did you say?
Yeah, so he got famous off niggas getting killed. That's not his fault though, that they bum rushed the door. And it disappeared. If they had security, the motherfuckers would have got trampled too. What y'all think so far? It's just episode 1. It's 4 of them. But of course, due to the copyright shit, if I get through the whole first episode, I'm gonna just stop it there and we'll pick them up day and night after that. So far, so good. I ain't got no warnings from YouTube yet, no emails. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
He was holed up in a hotel on the east side, him and his mother. He didn't know what was going to happen. And I saw Janice question Sean. He's going into this music business thing. He just left school, and now this extreme tragedy has occurred. She's like, did he make the right decision? And I saw him put his hands on her, call her a bitch, and slapped her. He's not looking back.
Sean Puff Daddy Combs and sponsors claim no responsibility in the tragic chain of events that claimed 9 lives and injured.
The brass that afforded Uptown its distribution money wanted Sean out. I saw Andre fight and fight to keep Sean in, and he did.
Andre Harrell, Puff Daddy, he's passed it on to, I guess, his son. Protege.
Yes.
Puffy.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about this man and why you like working with him.
Because, you know, he's not intimidated by youth, you know what I'm saying? He knows the importance of leaving a legacy behind. We need more adults out there that's going to teach the young, such as myself. I took Andre Harrell out to lunch, and I said, can I get a chance to maybe do A&R? The A&R is artists and repertoire. That's the guy that works at the record company that puts the records together and works with the artists. I said, give me a chance. You know, you're making music for young people. I'm young, and the A&R is artists and repertoire. That's the guy that works at the record company that puts the records together and works with the artists. I said, give me a chance. You know, you're making music for young people. I'm young.
Him and Andre Harrell, this little gay.
Making music than me.
We had a group back in the day. They drove up to New York unannounced to meet Andre Harrell.
When we make love,
Jodeci.
it's like a dream.
They sing for Andre. Andre loves it. Immediately that becomes Puff's first responsibility. Nigga, go make Jodeci.
What's in the future of Jodeci? Hopefully to make hits.
Andre put his trust with Sean as opposed to the artist. He told us, I don't care who the artist is, you're more important than them. The artists don't work without you.
What would be the ideal musical setting for y'all? I guess performing in front of like millions of people, you know.
You have to be able to control everything.
I basically style and come up with the images and design most of the clothing for all of the artists.
It was him that put Jodeci in the pants baggy, sagging at the bottom, the boots not lacing it up. He is able to sponge from the community and the culture and package it. And in the studio, he did the same thing. Sean wasn't a producer where he can tell you, you need a C here, a C note, or this is an F, but he did have a good ear for what could be a hit. Let me give you an example.
Let's get it going. Rooftop!
At the Rooftop in Harlem, the DJ Brucey B would mix acapellas from R&B songs with hard hip-hop beats. And it drove the kids crazy at the clubs. That's what Sean did with Jodeci on those remixes.
It was very minimal. It was very hard beat and snare, no melody.
Talk to me, baby. Come and talk to me, baby. I really wanna meet you.
Jodeci's record started climbing the charts.
Here we go.
Sean turned that into the blueprint for his special brand of A&R. And then the next artist to benefit from that was Mary J. Blige.
Hey, Mary, Puff, pick up the phone, nigga. Hey, Mary, it's Puff.
Mary's What's the 411 was out the box.
Then tomorrow you gotta do this video shoot.
The hat pulled down, the mysteriousness. It had a little bit of a darkness and moodiness to it as well. All of that was groundbreaking. He launched a female artist in a male-dominated hip-hop era who became an instant success, and that created hip-hop soul. Mary became the owner of that sound. So I was making the hits happen and the visuals happen. In 1992, Sean is promoted to VP of A&R and Artist and Development.
So my name is Puff Daddy, Vice President of A&R and Arts Development for Uptown Records, which brought you the hits of Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, Heavy D and the Boys, Fall MC, and you know, on and on and on.
Puffy had Jodeci and Mary J. Blige, but Puffy's a big, huge EPMD fan.
My background sing for the crossover.
He was at my crossover video shoot, and he asked me to do the Mary J. Blige intro for the 401 album.
Your man Block Top, Eric Sermon, MC Graham Royal.
I did that for him, and then all of a sudden we became friends. I thought it was a genuine friendship until I see that this game is being played. You got an agenda. Misa, he was trying to court her after we broke up.
Sean wants her because Eric was that dude. It was about, I got her, I won her over from him.
He had to have the girl. And Sean has a way about, when he gets you, he got you. He got you. And now you become property.
Me and Misa was just friends, but he wanted to make sure that there was no calling and me being friends with that girl.
Sean's jealousy, it got to the point where he would put his hands on her. Right outside of Uptown Records. They're fighting in the street, and he's beating her into the car well. She's on the ground. And people are pulling him off of her and separating her. A year or two later, they're still together, and Justin is born.
That was Eric Sermon. Nobody said nothing about him beating up in the middle of the street.
I was able to push that in the back of my mind and say that was a really bad moment, but he was weak, and it was a bad moment. Does that make me part of a Sean Combs cult? Maybe so. I may have been the first disciple, believer, and then overall protector against all odds.
Everybody say uptown, Yo, I want to personally invite one more brother on stage responsible for my Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, Puff Daddy, come to the stage, baby.
At that point, Sean is on top of the world. And his trajectory was only up.
It was just a wonder kid. It was just something that they never saw before. To be young and be Puff Daddy. It's just like, I felt like my dream had came true.
Everybody now is looking for this kid because they all have artists that they have to get to the top of the chart. What does that do to a person? Do you think I'm still gonna be like, yes ma'am, no ma'am, thank you very much? He became too big for Uptown Records.
I'm gonna be so drunk and high by Wednesday, 8 o'clock, I'm not really gonna give a fuck. But I give a fuck.
There started to be some dissension between Andre and Puff.
Andre was the king of the Uptown Castle of the empire he created. And the intern was taking his place.
I remember it like yesterday. Andre called me into his office. He tells me just like this. He says, dog, I just fired Puff. I said, word? It was a sad day. Andre was like a surrogate dad for Sean. Sean was really sick when Andre fired him. I'm talking about sick. Couldn't believe it. And then Sean called me and he said, yo, I'm about to do my thing, dog.
himself was like, yo, I'm looking for some hardcore artists. He said he tired of doing the Mary shit, Jodeci shit. He want to do some hard shit, some street shit.
Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube. From the gang called niggas with attitudes.
So I guess I got to handle mine.
The West Coast had the hits that we wanted. Sean signed Biggie in 1992. People didn't know. We had to produce Biggie's album for Uptown. He was an Uptown artist.
So it's the Notorious Big then? Yeah. B.I.G. Business instead of game. Right, okay. Tell him I told you.
But when Andre fired Puff, he fired him with a caveat. I'm letting you go, but I'm gonna let you take Biggie with you.
Andre decided to sell us the Biggie album. But now, we had to find a way to pay for it. We were living on borrowed time. Went about setting up the meetings. We met with Epic, Sony, Columbia, and we met with Clive Davis at Arista.
Everybody knows him on a first-name basis. Clive runs a $100 million record company called Arista. He has discovered Whitney Houston, Carly Simon, Aretha Franklin, and a long list of other pop stars who thrive in the world, according to Clive.
So we went to Clive and we played a few tracks from Big's album. And I remember one of the first ones that we played was Gimme the Loot.
Yes, love your fucking attitude. Because the nigga play pussy, that's the nigga.
And Clive's eyes went like this.
I'm slamming niggas like Shaquille. Shit is real.
And I said, well, you got the goods. And I bought into his vision.
Give me the loot, give me the loot. Give me the loot, give me the loot. Give me the loot, give me the loot.
Named it a bad boy. Because I wanted to go against the grain. I didn't want to just make records. I didn't want to just make money. I wanted to make history.
Bad boy representing Puff Daddy.
I was at Bad Boy starting from the day that we put the LLC together, and Sean gave me 25% in stock, and his mother, Janice, had 75%. He did not put the company in his name to protect him from name families at CCNY. And I saw from that moment on, Sean had shifted in his personality. I didn't see
that was a shrewd business move. He didn't want to get sued by nobody from City College.
Sean. He had become more like the person I see today. We did a deal for approximately $10 million. 1.5 went as an advance into Sean's pocket. Another 1.5 is supposed to be our overhead. Sean said, that's yours. You can do whatever you want with it, but you better make sure my company's running. From day zero, I wrote everything down every day so I can keep track of everything I needed to do. I ran all the money, all the budgets for the company, as well as a lot for his personal life and all that came with it.
Brown, blonde, pink, and red.
I wonder who taught him to game to be like, yo, when you start this LLC, don't put none of it in your name. Give it to everybody else. And he said he did it to be protected from lawsuits from that stampede at the college. That somebody put him up on game, because I don't think he would have known it on his own. Maybe Andre helped him. Oh no. Shit.
So I can keep track of everything I needed to do. I ran all the money, all the budgets for the company, as well as a lot for his personal life and all that came with it.
I don't like the way you treating me on me getting my second half. This shit is bullshit. Yo, bust your ass and
I think that he had this thing with strongmen, and he had a thing with wanting to be one, but not positioned to be one streetwise, but positioned to be one industry-wise. And they call that a paper gangster.
shit over. I'm not paying, nor am I involved in any of that shit.
And so as he's paper gangstering, he's also trying to street gangster too at the same time.
Savage! I'm a savage!
He's not from the street. His mother did the very best to give him the best.
What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it.
But now he's been getting beefier and beefier with the power from the music. That's a good way to get your head filled up to think that you're just as gangster as they are now, without even having to pop your gun off yourself.
Now,
And it's his
after all
right
this
hand
time,
man
this is
telling
cool.
this.
We was just friends. But one time,
Yeah,
she
Kurt
just happened to be
1.5,
in
he
my
fuck
driver's
with
seat
him.
of my truck.
That's 25%.
And all of a sudden I heard somebody go, and it's him. He's steaming. He swings on me. So I'm laughing because I'm like, you swung on me? You putting yourself in jeopardy knowing you can't whoop none of us. So now I'm like, yo, let's go around the corner. Because I'm respectful enough. So he actually gets in the car and we drive around the corner. So I'm about to give him the business. Shit could have got really ugly. And he just said, yo, sit down, I want you to hear something real quick. And that's when he played him in the Biggie Smalls album.
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing.
The Juicy single dropped summer of '94.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
But Biggie's trajectory was not zero straight to the top. Biggie had a slow start, very nervous at first. At the time, that West Coast thing is happening. So we began to look at what they were doing, and Tupac was like a shining star. There's a song called I Get Around by Tupac.
Get around, still down with the underground
That song, if you're like in a science lab and you're looking at something with a microscope and you're trying to figure out what it is and what it's made of, that's what we did with that song, I Get Around. Sean was just mesmerized by that particular song, the structure of it, the video and the visuals. It showed the culture. It's like, let me dissect this, let me understand it, let me do it my way. And the next single was Big Papa, and that dropped and it took us over the edge with Biggie.
I like this.
Yeah, he was out of here from that moment on.
Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
We had Ready to Die before it came out. Big had sent Tupac a demo, and we played that tape to death, man. We played that tape till it was destroyed. And then Pac got the phone call that Big was having an album release party. He said to us, man, we all going to that. He was very excited for him.
The Notorious Big album release party. It was so fat in here. Everybody.
I've never seen someone more excited for someone else's success as Pac was for Big's success.
You ready, nigga? Yeah. Ready for that raw dog shit, nigga? I'm on the underground, man. Okay, all right. Let me see how I'm gonna hit you with it.
He thought Big was dope. He wasn't doper than him as far as he was concerned.
Apocalypse don't sleep. I keep a motherfucking Glock in my car if I'm...
But he was the next thing smoking.
I'm a high guy. From Bed-Stuy, putting the swelling on your eye. Your nose even. When I choke you, you stop breathing. When police come, I'm leaving. Peace and love. Here we go.
Pac would take Big with him on tours and let him open up for him. Pac was developing Thug Life, this ideology of taking back our communities. Big was with that. He felt that, he resonated with it. So they had a connection.
Sean was insanely jealous of Biggie and Pac's friendship.
You know, when I was around Big, I felt like he really loved me. Like I felt like if I left the room, he wasn't gonna say nothing bad, or somebody said something bad about me, he would defend that. He's probably one of the only people I had really trusted, like, for a long time. You going to a little right now.
There's a yearning for him to have that complete, total control. You're my artist, you're my best friend.
You're writing this song for like 30 motherfucking days.
I pay you, you work for me. I make hits with you. And who is this guy? Why do we need him in the picture?
Guess who gonna win?
Because he had him on
He's a very
tour.
likable person. All the women loved him. Being a rapper, being a movie star. For Sean, being a marketer, you're a manipulator.
Please welcome Tupac Shakur.
And there's envy for people who have success, fame, with no manipulation.
Puff is, to me, very threatened by Pop. When I reflect on how this all came into play, it's a trail. City College. Innocent lives got taken. Then it became the ability to get away with anything. And then you circle in the fact that he has legit money. Then you have the antagonist, Tupac Shakur. All those ingredients created the chain of events that started in New York and ended in Vegas.
I don't agree with that part at all, because if Tupac hadn't have fought Orlando Anderson, he wouldn't have gotten shot that night. And he didn't fight Orlando Anderson because Orlando Anderson did something to him. Orlando Anderson took somebody from Death Row's chain. He ain't do nothing to him, so the Tupac didn't have nothing to do with it. Like, Puffy had nothing to do with it. Let's just, because I'm tired of all the conspiracy theories. Well, no, wait, yeah. Because Keefe D says Puff hired him to kill Tupac. But Tupac was only killed because of the fight at the casino with Orlando Anderson. Orlando Anderson and his crew was pissed off. He had just got jumped. They saw him in traffic a few hours later, and they shot him. That had nothing to do with Puff Daddy paying for a hit, because how would they know that Tupac was going to whoop dude like he did? Tupac caused his own death.
Do you know who was responsible for the killing of Tupac Shakur?
No, I don't.
I think that Sean now, in my mature mind, had a lot to do with the death of Tupac.
It's Kirk Burroughs. But why would you say that, Kirk? Well, it was Orlando Anderson. All right, y'all. This all we got for the one to tonight. I'll probably not be. It'll probably be tomorrow night. As far as the trial tomorrow, it's pretty much it's going to the jury tomorrow. When they start, they're gonna read the jury things, and then it's gonna be deliberation. So it's gonna be a whole bunch of just sit around and wait. So I'm probably not gonna do that in the morning. They can't convict him, and no, Keefe D said he. That's what I'm saying. Again, Puffy, Tupac was killed because he jumped dude in the casino, And that same fight got Suge Knight sent back to jail because he violated his probation. But had that fight not have happened, then he wouldn't have been killed. In order for that Puff Daddy would have had to have known somebody's chain got took and Tupac was gonna see him at the casino. A whole bunch of shit had to happen. They ain't even know dude was in Vegas. It just so happened to be a chance that they happened to see dude in Vegas. Dude was from LA. He was from Compton. He just so happened to be out in Vegas. Somebody told Pac, this the nigga that stole my chain. And then we see Pac walking through the hotel hard as a motherfucker. That's why he was killed. Not because of Puffy wanted him dead. Because if he wanted him dead, it wouldn't have taken that fight for it to happen. That's right. Now Biggie, on the other hand, I listened to Gene Deal, and Gene Deal makes some compelling arguments about how he felt like Puff had something to do with it. And I can believe that one because he was jealous of their relationship. Then Pac died, and Biggie was upset about his contracts, and he had sold his Puff. He had tricked him into selling his publishing and all of that, and he was gonna leave Bad Boy. And so yeah, I have more credence to believe he had Big killed than Pac. Pac had his own self killed because he fucked with the wrong gangbanger. It's as simple as that. But until the next episode, little channel, big voice, we out. Low key niggas hating but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we gon' eat.